Hello guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Federico, and if you're considering quitting your 9 to 5 to start your own business, well, in this video I'm gonna share my experiences as I quit my job 2 months ago to move full-time working on my startup. I will divide this video in 2 parts. In the first part I'll explain why I decided to do business in the first place. In the second part I'll explain how I decided it was the right time to quit my job. So without further ado, let's go into the first part. So I cannot actually explain how my passion for business started, but it all began in high school, and that's why I decided to take computer science engineering as my degree. In fact, with computer science you can actually apply it to many different businesses, and that's what I thought could be really helpful for me and to start a tech company right away. The fact is that during university I only studied the theoretical part of business without actively working on any projects. When I finished my studies, I decided to take a corporate job as software engineer in a big company to understand better how they operate and get the practical skills that I could later apply to my own startup. Problem is that working in a big 4 company, you don't have actual time to work on your project as a side hustle. So in the end, I got the opportunity to move to France to work for a big IT company where I also had more time to focus on my own projects, and indeed that's the year where I started working actively on my startup. This opportunity was really great because I also had the chance to understand how IT company operates, to understand more about Scrum Agile and how to apply it to my own business. But fast forward to 2020 where COVID hit. Well, since I was a contractor and not a staff in this company, I got laid off. So my consulting company wanted to move me to northern of France. That's when I decided to move back to Italy. Also, I moved by working with a smaller companies. So in this way, I could see how small companies operate and try to understand the differences between big IT companies as I did before. Working 1 year in this company, I saw that I was not getting the skills I actually needed for my business, and it was time to move on. So after these 3 experiences as an employee, I understood that I would probably get bored every time in any new job, because after 1 year all the things you do can become routine, they become repetitive, and your actual skills, if at the beginning were increasing a lot, at some point they just dull. So either you keep switching jobs to learn new things, or you can start a side hustle and experiment with new technology or whatever you want to do. This leads me to the second part of this video, that is, how do you understand it is the right time to just quit your main job and go full-time on your startup project. So if you want to know more about my experience as a software engineer and starting my own business, make sure to subscribe and stay tuned to this channel because many more videos will come. Now let's go into the second part of this video, that is, how do you understand it is the right time to quit? Well, this is not an easy answer. It all depends on your situation and what are your goals. Since doing business is already risky, you should try to limit your exposure to risk, and indeed I think that there are 3 things that you should consider first. The first one is making sure that you have enough savings to survive as long as you want. In my case, I made sure that I had more than 1 year in savings before leaving my job. In this way, I'm sure that for 1 year I can work on my project full time. The second thing is that you should create an MVP of your idea and start getting some clients before leaving, because in this way you are sure that your idea is valid and there are paying customers for it. So to put this into perspective, consider that it took me 4 years before I could actually move full-time on my business. A minimum viable product should contain all the features that you want to test with a client, so you can actually understand if they are really needed, if the client really responds well to them, or if they have any suggestion on how to modify them to make them more viable. So with this in mind, you can understand what are the real needs of the customers, and in case you can pivot your idea to satisfy them better. The third idea should be to have a backup plan. So what is gonna happen when your money are out, your idea is not working, what are you gonna do? In my case, I know that since I worked as software engineer before, I can get another job as software engineer. In that case, I can just go back to work part-time on my idea while I start to build up some savings again, or the idea start really making some good money. So these are the 3 points I consider before leaving. Another choice could be to ask to work part-time on your current job. So in this way you can free up more time to work on your idea while you still have some income to pay your bills and everything. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to subscribe because many more videos are coming. Also comment below what are your thoughts about this topic and if you already quit your job or you are considering doing it. So thank you again and see you in the next video.